controversy reigns supreme. And we have two first-time winners. And breaking news, a car owner was suspended for breaking COVID regulations. That's all coming up on this week's edition of Post Checkered Flag. What's up, everyone? Mike here. Welcome back, and welcome to episode 2 of Post Checkered Flag. This is a new series here for this channel, talking about all the NASCAR races that took place this weekend. If you guys didn't check out the first episode, there's a card right here. So make sure you guys take a look, and hopefully you guys see what we're gonna do. Boy, controversy reigns supreme, and breaking news came down today. As I stated, a car owner got suspended for breaking COVID regulations. Yes, this is being filmed on a Monday, but you'll be seeing this on Tuesday. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the results, starting with the truck race. Well, we're going to talk about the top 5, talk about the notable drivers, and then we'll talk about the winner and as well as the controversy. All right, truck race. And I can tell you this right now, this top 5 is actually almost identical here. All right. In 5th place, and surprisingly, Riley Herbst, who did very well in the 17. Let's see if I can find it here. Wait, oh, there it is. It has Hallie Deegan on it, but even though in real life she's not in that car. But we'll get to her in just a minute. In 4th, it is in the 38 truck. It is. Oh, there's Riley. Really, going back to Riley for a second here. Riley did a really good job in this race, although I wish I would say more about it in the Xfinity because he absolutely sucked because he wrecked. Todd Gilliland finished in 4th. A really solid day for him. Could we see him win a race just like in the Cup Series counterpart? We'll see on that one. In 3rd place, and honestly, I'm not surprised, John Hunter Nemechek. He could be a dark horse for the championship because, gee, I wonder. And in 2nd place, it's Sheldon Creed in the all-white car, which I do not understand why it's the defending champion in an all-white car. And in 1st place, Ben Rhodes wins, lol, giving Toyota its 200th NASCAR win, so congratulations to them. And it's also more good news for Toyota, spoiler alert. And let's talk about Ben Rhodes for a second here. Right during one of the last green white checkers, and we'll talk about this controversy here, there was threat of rain in the forecast, and me and my dad both agreed on this. There's a joke. If you want to end a drought, schedule a NASCAR race. But the thing is, apparently what happened was there was a caution. I forgot who it was. It was either Joe Cobb or Austin Hill. And apparently what happened is right when he was about to cross to get the white flag, the flagman's like, nope, sorry, Ben, fuck you, yellow. And you could tell on the radio he was pissed. And I don't know if this is NASCAR manufacturing more drama into the mix, but honestly, it wasn't obvious here. It was sure as hell obvious when we get to the Cup race. Yeah, I really hope that wasn't fixed, because this is not Pete Rose. NASCAR is not being Pete Rose. Now let's talk about some of the big players here. Starting off with the aforementioned, let's talk about the guy who was in this car, Jordan Anderson. Dude, why would you let... I don't know... Why'd you let Bobby Roode in your car? I mean, the guy wasn't terrible. I mean, he wasn't Christian Eckes bad, but it was in the bottom close. He got a top 30. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So that, and let's talk about Matt Crafton. I mean, Crafton had a pretty solid day, finishing in 6th place, just outside the top 5. And honestly, even though he's the elder statesman of the Truck Series, he still got it. And going to the O2, Kaz Grala, starting 24th, only to finish in the top 10. That's really, really impressive in the O2. As well as Timmy Hill. Shout out to Timmy Hill, going a triple header, and congrats to him on the birth of his son. And he got a top 10 in this race. Really good. And Christian Eckes, speak of the devil, he ended up getting a top 10 in the 98. Good for him. Hopefully this luck will continue enter into the next race. Now, last but not least, I have to talk about Hailie Deegan. And most of this race, I thought she was doing very well, but one blown tire later, and it caused her race to implode. I don't know. Caused it to implode faster than Detroit took to take down the Silver Dome. But like I said, this is a growing curve for her into the Cup Series. But only at 28th place. It's still a learning curve, but it could be worse. It could have been Austin Hill or Zane Smith. And speaking of which, Zane, what the hell happened? I picked him to be the... Sorry. And I picked him to be the Cup stamp. My pick to win the championship. I guess my Cup prediction is cursed. Now let's waste any more time. Let's take a look at the race time, which was timeline. I guess we'll do this in the next episode. Let's take a look at the Cup standings. And I think this should be no surprise. Whoops. There we go. Ben Rhodes is in 1st place. John Hunter Nemechek is in 2nd by 9. Sheldon Creed. Yeah, so Toyota 1-2 in the Truck Series standings. Creed, the first Chevrolet, with 87. Then Chandler Smith in the 18. Matt Crafton, 63rd. That's your top 5. Yeah, 4 Toyotas and 1 Chevy. Hopefully one team does the right thing, switches to Ford, which I probably think is probably Nice Motorsports. So there's your guys' Cup standings. Let's talk about the results for the Xfinity race, shall we? And boy, I actually have a lot to say on this one. All right, before we actually talk about the Xfinity results, we did see a return here, and this one is a bit of a surprise considering what her health has gone through. It is the return of Natalie Decker, driving the 23 truck, and I have to see if that's in the game. The 23 truck's in the game. I forgot who owns that 23 truck. Before we get to the top 5. I mean, she came in last, but I believe she got wrecked. And anyone's probably wondering, why can't I talk the results? Well, the thing is, I don't want this video going on and on like forever. me see if I can find it. Nope, it's not in there. Nope, it's not in there. Driving the 23 truck car, and she came in last. But we'll talk more about the big name in just a minute. Let's talk about the top 5. In 5th place, driving the 10 car, it is Jeff Burton. And in 4th place, Brandon Jones. And in 3rd place, Daniel Hemrick. 2nd place, who saw this coming? Austin Cindric. And in 1st place, making his Xfinity Series debut, and the man who practically stole the freaking show, Ty Gibbs. That's right, the grandson of Joe Gibbs, making his first start in the National Series. First W. I cannot believe it. You can't write this shit up, people. I mean, I heard his name being brought up, but I'm thinking, okay, he's going to tear up the ARCA series for a little while. And when I heard he was making a step, I was thinking, okay, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a terrible idea. What the hell is Gibbs and Toyota thinking? Putting someone that young into a car? This has disaster written all over it. But, and also there was a part of me thinking, okay, with starting him so young, there's going to be a thing he's going to be overhyped. But after that performance, I was like, damn, he's living up to the hype. What an unbelievable performance by Ty Gibbs, giving Toyota 201 wins. And we're not done with Toyota yet. An unbelievable performance for him. And a big congratulations. And with that rumor I mentioned last week about 2311 Racing, whew, damn it. Let's talk about some of the other drivers that, well, I want to talk about. Timmy Hill was also in this race, but he finished 34th, which is disappointing. Speaking of disappointments, AJ. I don't know what. Finishing 35th. What the hell happened? But he did redeem himself in the cup race. Spoiler. And of course, the big story was Ryan Vargas. Yes, the TikTok car. He had the juice company from Alvin Kamara, of all people. And that car only good. Oh, God. Glad I saved my notes. Only finishing 37th. Riley Herbst, who I just mentioned in the 98 car, well, he got 39th. Mainly because of an accident. So that one wasn't his fault. And speaking of disappointments, Noah, what the hell, man? I'm worried you're my pick for the Final Four for the Xfinity, and you finished in 28th? I'm really hoping this is not a regression, because I'm going to be really disappointed if this is a regression. And, Justin, what the hell are you doing? I mean, sure, you did better than Gregson, but come on. You're not going to pull this shit again, having a lousy first season and pulling a string of victories out of your ass? Seriously. Although I will say this. this was a top 15 for Michael Annette. Very well done. As well as another shout out to Matt Snyder. Really good performance for him for 13th. Overall, not bad. As well as Brett Moffitt in the 02, almost getting a top 10. And another big shout out goes to Brandon Brown. I'll admit, so far, he's making it look like a fluke, finishing in 8th. Very good job on his part. Now let's talk about the standings, shall we? Alright, here we go. The Xfinity standings. In first place, Austin Cindric got 105. Second place, Harrison Burton with 81. Daniel Hemrick in the 18 in third with 75. Brandon Brown with 72 for the first Chevy. And Matt Snyder from Richard Childress with 69. Oh, really? 69, really? But like I said, this is the second race of the season. Time can still change. But now, let's get to what we're talking about. Let's get to the truck race. To the cup race, excuse me. Alright, for the final part of this video, we got the O'Reilly Auto Parts 253. And in 5th place, we have, and I am kind of surprised at this, Brad Keselowski. In 4th place, another bit of a surprise, but at the same time, it really isn't, Kurt Busch. In 3rd, okay, who didn't see this coming? Denny Hamlin. And in the runner-up, Joey Logano. And in 1st place, we have another first-time winner 2 weeks in a row. Only this time, it is Christopher Bell in the 20. I guess Gibbs dumping Eric Jones ended up working out. Who knew? Big congratulations to Christopher Bell, and how fitting. It's the rims. It was Ram on the car that got him this win. And he was challenging Joey Logano most of the day had it not been for what happened. And I know this one hurts me because I am a fan of this particular driver. Chase Elliott practically dominated most of the day, but then pit road, his pit crew cost him a couple of spots due to bad pit stops. And a bad spin from Denny Hamlin. No, it wasn't intentional. It was a racing incident. Caused Chase to fall from 1st to 21st. Absolutely brutal. And yes, there was another unnecessary caution due to rain. But let's be honest. Everyone's saying Chase kind of got screwed over by NASCAR. No, he didn't. His team cost him. Talk about some big performances here. Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about Bubba. Yeah, we're getting him out of the way. And I want to apologize because I forgot to mention he finished 2nd in the Gatorade duel. And the duels. In his duel race, he finished 2nd. And again, he actually had a pretty solid day, but one wreck later, he fell to 26th. But then again, he isn't really a road course guy. And right near the end, he was in 11th place. So he just needs to finish strong that he had last season. Overall, like I said, I don't expect him to win any races this year. That comes next season. Kyle Larson made a really good move, but unfortunately he made a move onto Keselowski to try and pass him, but all it did is send him into the tire barrier. That actually really sucks. But now let's talk about some people I want to talk about. And that is a couple of surprises here. Alex Bowman got his first top 10 in the 48. Good job, man. And are we seeing are we gonna give now let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about Ryan Preece. 2 top 10 finishes in a row. Are we seeing him breaking out finally? And this is a non-charter team. This is kind of a big deal for him. Finishing 9th as well. And speaking of someone who finished 8th, let's talk about this guy again. Yeah, Michael McDowell finished 8th. And he's near the top of the point standings. We're going to talk that in just a little bit. And overall, a really good finish. And AJ Allmendinger finished 2nd. Very good on his part in the colleague racing car. And I'm going to let this sink in right now. When we talk about Gibbs wins, everyone assumed it's either Hamlin or Kyle. Christopher Bell, we were all wrong. It was Christopher Bell. And even though this year's rookie class isn't as strong as Bell and Briscoe, everyone said Briscoe's winning. Christopher Bell is the first winner. So now the big question is, where is Briscoe going to get his first win? But again, big congratulations to Christopher Bell, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Toyota for practically sweeping the Daytona road course. I actually can't believe that. All right, here we go. Standings. And then we got to go to the breaking news, and then I have to call it a night. Son of a beep. Here we go. Standings. Here we go. In first place, Danny Hamlin with 104. Second, Joey Logano with 92. Kevin Harvick with 83. Christopher Bell with 82 by 1 point. In fifth is Chase Elliott. 6th is Michael McDowell in 6th place. Phew, can you believe it? And he has a playoff win, so he's in. Ryan Preece in 7th. If he makes the playoffs, I'm going to be so amazed. Kurt Busch in 8th. Austin Dillon in 9th with 64 and 65 respectively. And Ryan Preece at 74, by the way. And it's a tie for 9th with Brad Keselowski. Both at 64. And Bubba Wallace is still in the running with 52 in the playoff points. Kyle Busch is on the outside in 17th with 35, trailing Ricky Stenhouse. And Corey LaJoie is also in there. But then again, it is early. Things can change. Imagine a Spire car making the chase. That's going to break the internet right there. Now let's talk about the breaking news. Earlier today, because I'm filming this on a Monday, Chip Ganassi was suspended for breaking COVID protocols, mainly because he ended up bringing a non-credentialed person into the track, into the garage area, respectively. So he's banned for a race, fined $30,000. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Hang on, let me see. Let me take a look at this again. Yep, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Fine $30,000. Banned for a race pending an appeal. But, however, the cars, both Kurt Busch and Ross Chastain will still be permitted to race at the Homestead Miami for the Sunday race. And if that wasn't bad enough for Chip Ganassi Racing, the crew chief for both the 1 and 42 were each fined $10,000 because their cars had one unsecured lug nut in each of their post-race expenses at the road course. And I think that's pretty much it. And honestly, I knew they were going to be racing, even though some nut job on Twitter saying they both should be parked was like, parking someone because their car owner is an idiot. Like, is that really necessary? Either way, it's going to be interesting to see. And honestly, I'm going to say this right now. If either Ganassi car wins at Homestead, I'm going to be amazed if that does happen. All right. I'll see you guys back here next week when we talk about the Homestead results. And I'll see you guys post the checkered flag. Thanks for watching, everyone.